Hey, what's up? I'm Nicole. I'm the official host for Tabler. I'm here in New York City today with the boys to interview them and get some deets on the app. How do you guys feel about being in New York City together for the grand opening event?
Excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
think what's amazing is that the entire team is all together in one place. We've been talking to each other for months.
Yeah, we came from all over the world, you know. He
Yeah.
came from Ireland, I came from Slovenia, from Miami.
Yeah, this is my
as
first
well.
time meeting everyone. It's like we've been on Zoom calls for like the last 5 months. And, you know,
Oh yeah, I didn't think
Ali
about
came
that.
down the stairs. Alan came down the stairs. And they're like, hey, and I was like,
It was wholesome.
yeah. It was,
So when you saw him, did you feel like you guys were like long lost friends, or were you like nervous?
Butterflies.
That's amazing. So it's just meant to be. How did you guys get this app started? Like, whose idea was it? Why did you start it? And how did you start?
Yeah, so the whole idea started in my head in Ibiza. I was in Ibiza in Ushuaia. We had a table for like 12 people, and we were only like 6 of us, 3 girls, 3 guys. And I was thinking I should make a platform. I was standing there on the VIP, and I was thinking I should make a platform that I can post my table on like a platform, and everybody in Ibiza, they will see that I have a table and they can fill these 6 empty spots, right? Because I was thinking, why I'm paying for 12 if you're only for 6? And I know so many girls and guys are outside in front of the club and they're asking around, calling around, you know, someone who has a table? No, I don't know. I will call around, you know. I saw a lot of people using Tinder to find the girls for the table, you know. So they put on Tinder, yeah, tonight we have a table in Ushuaia, girls want to join me. So then I started thinking, and I make like a market research. I saw that nobody didn't do something like this before. And I started working on idea in August 2019.
Okay.
And then we launched in the App Store. Like a first release was September. It was like same like now, September 12, 2020.
2020.
And now we are like releasing the Tabler 2.0 in like same date, same everything.
Unbelievable.
I didn't plan this, but
Which
everything
happens
was
to
like
be his
day after
birthday
your
too,
birthday.
right?
yeah,
Happy
it's my
birthday.
too.
So how long did it take you to jump onto the idea? Was it something that like sat in your head for a while, or did you just really jump on the opportunity?
No, it was like almost like 3-4 years in my head. I was this time in Bali for a year with one of my friends, and I was like putting there on the paper. I was thinking I should make this app like live, and I came home like from Bali to Slovenia, and then I starting to putting together like a team. Like I find the guy who did the UX, like user experience. Then I had from my previous companies, I had a very good designer, Bojan. He did the whole design of the app. Then I have I found the Jure Pujun. Bojan introduced me to Jure Pujun, and Jure Pujun created the whole all these headlines, slogans. So be my guest.
Oh, nice.
Like bring the party to the table.
Yeah, I love those
Like
slogans.
all these slogans, Jure Pujun did it. But yeah, it was like almost 3 years in my head before I started to.
What do you think was the hardest part of creating it? Was it just like getting your ideas out there? Was it, finding technical problems with the app, marketing? What do you think has been the hardest part of it all?
I think the hardest part was because like I didn't have experience in tech, so like when I started with my brother. I told my brother, Denny, we have now the team who is working on the app, like on the design and UX and stuff. Your job is now that you just sit at home for like 6 or 5 hours a day and you just watch the YouTube videos about like tech, about apps, about raising funds. I was almost like 4 months, 5 months at home, and I was just like watching YouTube videos and like learning.
Nice.
and stuff. But yeah, I think still the biggest challenge now is its development team. Now I think we find the right one. But in the beginning, when I started to developing the app, I find one developers, and I told them, this app will be big, this will have a lot of users and stuff like this, and they said, yeah, okay, Alan, okay, we will do like a scalable app,
Yeah.
But I'm sure that they didn't took me serious, right? Because they were thinking, yeah, he's just talking, like 95% of the app people are releasing, they never have more than 100 or 1,000 users, right? So they built something, and it wasn't built like it should be built, you know. So we had like 7 months ago, we have to
Redo the whole app.
redo the whole app and everything, because we were getting like a lot of like problems with the scaling and with more users, with more data on the app.
That's the beauty of it, though, right?
Exactly.
So version 1.0 is all about determining the product market fit. Is there a need of this in the market? And the beauty was that we surpassed product market fit. And now we're
100%.
up to version 2, and it's going to be better and bigger than ever.
You guys really found like a hole in, like
Niche.
the party environment, and you're really filling it with this app. So that's amazing.
The thing is with apps as well, it doesn't have to be groundbreaking. It doesn't have to be the next massive big thing. Like a really good example of that is Snapchat and Be Real, right? So Snapchat, you take photos, you send photos. Imagine you went to an investor with Be Real and said, I have this idea for an app that it takes photos. They're like, so many apps do that. Yeah, but this one sends you a notification when to do it. Most investors would be like, what? Like that's I don't get it. It's worth $600 million right now. You know, so you just have to do a little innovation here or there, and you have a really big thing.
So what are the points that you have to really sell to investors? Like, how do you get people to believe in you, and what are the questionable points that people might point out and be afraid of investing in?
I think definitely the future vision. So you have to sell the vision, and you have to show that you are going to make money. But the whole priority, that's what investors are interested in, is money. But with us in version 1.0, we provided value. So we didn't charge anyone for anything. You know, it was all free value. We got a bunch of users on board, and we proved that people love this app. You know.
And I just want to add to this point. You know, a lot of the tech Silicon Valley venture capitalists, family offices, angel investors, the traditional founders in that tech investor scene based out of San Francisco all look at what the founding team's like. Like they'll literally invest a Series A check based off of the founders and the team itself before the product.
Yeah, that's
because
very
they can
true.
understand the vision, and they can supply all of their resources, their network. But if they see the team is actually very strong and they have a strong vision, that's what they're investing in.
I talked to one of my friends who's a huge investor, and he said you invest in people, not the product. So how did you guys find each other, and why did you guys decide to trust each other and become a team?
You want to start first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
So this was a bit of a funny one. I have an interest in apps for like the last 6-7 years. You know, I tried different things. Like that is my passion. Like I love apps. So anytime a new app came out, like I'd look up on LinkedIn, on Instagram, I'd randomly message email addresses with like the founders' names, just hoping to get like a response. Like I spoke to different founders of different apps that I thought were good, and then I found Tabler. And I think I actually messaged Dinny first, and he just fucking left me undelivered. I didn't get a message back. I was like, all right.
Shout outs to Denny.
I was just like, thanks, Dinny. I was like, I'm not giving up on this one. So then, like, I think I messaged you, Alan, and you didn't actually reply the first time as well. And then, like, I messaged you again, and then you're like, okay, yeah, we can talk or whatever. And then, like, it's just kind of conversation, because so many people message Tabler through emails. Through
So what was your strategy on to get them to finally reply?
My strategy was I made a PowerPoint. It was a bit cheeky. I made a PowerPoint of everything like I didn't like in the current app and everything that could be better. So like
I remember that.
I was like, there's going to be one of two ways this goes. He's either going to be like, fuck this guy. Like, why is he sending me a PowerPoint with things he doesn't like? Or else he's going to be like, okay, yeah, I see where we can improve upon this or upon that. And that's the way it went. Alan was just like, yeah, I really like this. We can talk more. So, yeah, so had a few talks with Alan. And then Alan was like, yeah, we'll start working together. We'll get it all done. We'll make it official. And then he went climbing Kilimanjaro for like a month. And I didn't hear back, and I was like, oh god, I got ghosted. But so then we got talking back after that, and it's been full on ever since.
And why don't you tell everyone where you're from?
So in case you couldn't tell by the accent, I'm from Ireland, from a town or a place called Galway. So west of Ireland.
And you came all
It's
the way
small
here.
town.
Galway is small.
Well, compared to New York, it's small. But yeah. It's it'd be one of the main places in Ireland though. It's Dublin, Ireland, Cork.
I've heard it's beautiful there. It's
really
like
nice.
a lot of land and everything.
It's really nice, and it's just so cool coming here as well. You know, like just talking to everyone on Zoom, and it's not really. I don't know. It's not really what many people do. Just message somebody on Instagram and just
from
say,
across
cool,
the world.
I'll start working for you. You know, so it's cool. Like it's kind of a surreal experience.
And what is your exact role in the company?
So I'm head of product. So features, the way the app kind of runs, just the different things it can do. So if somebody kind of says, "Oh, I wish Tabler could do this," we'll all work together. I'll kind of put a plan together on how we can make the app do that.
Yeah. Nice.
So
we'll go in a line. What is your role?
Yeah, so Chief Technology Officer. However, startup culture, as everyone may know, you wear multiple hats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so head in, it's almost like operations. Head in, bringing in a legal guy in, assisting with bringing Shaka, our videographer, in. We're working on multiple things, bringing some more tech people in.
Yeah.
So the goal is to ultimately really focus on the new vision of the tech. My background's in artificial intelligence, machine learning. I'm a Big Four consultant guy. That's my past experience. And so I really want to bring in my skill set with the corporate knowledge and the interesting AI features into the application.
And how are you incorporating AI into this app? Or is some of that secret so far?
No, so we can talk about it. It's already on the roadmap and we already have some development going on. But essentially, there's a few different unique features, right? I'd like to start off with the newsfeed algorithm. So Nicole, you're in Miami.
Yep.
Let's just say you dislike nightclubs, but you love daytime yacht parties.
Yes.
All right. So what's nice is that we record every event. So if you click like event logging, tracking. So you click on a yacht that specifically has 10 girls versus you click on a yacht party event that has 2 girls. So we're going to note that, okay, you like yacht parties at every Saturday and you like to go to these events that have more girls to make more girlfriends.
Yeah.
And the ideal goal is on the newsfeed algorithm, it'll start recommending you your personal choice of
I like that.
interest.
I didn't even know that you guys incorporated that. That's really
So that's
a
the
good
vision
idea.
down the line, John. It's going to go from an app that hosts events to an app that's like a social media platform powered by AI that you can also go to events to.
And I want to also mention, everyone's talking about ChatGPT, right?
Yeah,
It's essentially, it's a large language model, and we call those LLMs. And what's super cool is that now, on the roadmap, we have a discussion where you can understand a girl or a guy's profile, and then it'll understand your profile, and it'll give you a percentage of a vibe check, which essentially will tell you how likely are you to vibe with that person.
Oh my gosh.
So before even attending the event, based off of your interests, based off of the other person's interest, it'll tell you the vibe check percentage of the event before you even attend.
Almost like a dating app.
Social compatibility.
I love that. For friends, and would you do love interest too? Would you offer that?
That is up to the person's discretion. We're mostly focusing on social compatibility. It's not a dating app, but it could be used for one.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay,
right,
cool.
exactly.
I love that.
But I have an interesting story of how I met Alan.
Yeah, tell us.
So I was digital nomading for a few years, but every time I came to Miami, I heard about Tabler. I think what you really nailed down was the branding and really the marketing of getting the word out for Tabler. So we were at an investor yacht party, and it was a great boat event. There was a podcast being filmed on the top of the boat, and I realized, oh, Alan, Tabler, interesting. I was like, so look, I've had my friends use Tabler in the past, and I checked out your app, and there's a lot of bugs and glitches, but you really nailed it down product market fit. There's so many users using your app. And this is where I came into sales. So I was shocked. I was like, oh wow, Alan, I'm meeting the founder of Tabler here. But now I didn't want to sound too fangirling, right?
Yeah,
so,
like you're starstruck.
Exactly. So my goal is I'm gonna give him subliminal messages and be like, so check this out, man. I can give you X, Y, Z. There's all these AI features to make your app proprietary, right? Because anyone can come in and create this app. But they haven't nailed down the branding. They haven't nailed down the number of users, the growth. They haven't nailed down the idea and the vision that we had discussed that we can't even talk about on camera. So then I invited Alan to exercise with me at Equinox.
Oh, nice.
I sent him the document, all the deliverables I want to provide. And then I had another follow-up meeting. I brought you to the Hard Rock Casino at an investor event. And then there were at least 80 plus investors at this event.
Wow.
And within 2 minutes, I got Alan on stage to pitch Tabler.
Oh wow, nice.
He was like, wait, really? Now?
Did people take the bait there?
There was a lot of people that were interested, but a lot of people already knew about Tabler.
Yeah, and in Miami, everyone knows it.
Yeah.
The introductions to some house owners in Venetian Islands. My goal was to provide value to Alan, show him my network of people, but also show him where I plan to envision Tabler. And then he introduced me to the team, and then I immediately looked up all the team members. I made sure that they were all on the calls because I was pitching myself. I was selling myself to be part of the team. I had Jacob on the call, Evan, Denny. I really wanted to show my vision for the team, and from there, that's where it kicked off. And
yeah, I think this is very very important that. Especially in startups, right? Like you cannot come to startup and you tell them, yeah, give me $10,000 salary, right? First you have to give.
People have tried it too.
Yeah, of course they try it, but like first give me some value. I want to see it, Then like one girl just text email, right? A couple of days ago.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, I wanna provide SEO. Like I just finished the Florida University. And she said, I want to do for free. I just want to give the value because of course she know when Tableau will blow up. If she will give the value, of course she will have the position, right? Full-time position in Tableau, and that's the.
If somebody wants to get paid straight off the bat in a startup, they don't really see the long-term vision. If you're if I invest my time into this early on, down the road this is going to pay off like crazy. But you always hear people being like, imagine being in Google or Facebook in the early days, you'd be worth this amount of billion at this right now. But what people don't think about is all the work you have to put in at the start.
Yeah.
It's not like you just throw in $1,000 and it's going to be worth $1 billion in 10 years. There's so much work involved.
So much work, and that's why having a good team is so important. Which I feel like you guys have really good energy all together. You guys are the perfect team.
I think a massive thing for our team as well is there's no ego. Nobody's trying to overtalk.
Because that'll ruin it.
There's no ego at all. Yeah.
So do you guys see yourself going public eventually, or are you guys always going to stay private?
We are considering, let's see where we'll go. But
would that be a goal?
What
do you want
strategy?
Yeah, exit strategy or IPO. Let's see. If we get a very very big offer, I don't know, from Booking Holding or Open Table or something.
I definitely believe he'll be the first billionaire in Slovenia, right?
Yeah, there is no billionaire.
There is no billionaire in Slovenia, right?
Oh my goodness.
I think Tabler's
the most.
I think the GDP in Slovenia. I think Taylor will take 50% of it.
Yeah, the guys who created Talking Tom, Talking Tom? The cat?
Yeah.
The cat your kids are playing,
Yeah.
They're 700 million.
Oh
they exit for 1 billion, but there were two founders. So 600 and 400 million.
Well, on that point, in a few hours we have a billboard in Times Square right next to the what is it?
It's the biggest one in Times Square. It's beside the one with the building that goes that way.
Yes,
Samsung, Versace, Sony.
Is it the building where they do the ball drop?
Yeah.
The IPO.
Yeah, that area. Yeah, that whole area.
Okay.
To answer your question you asked earlier on how we met and our position, I'm the Chief Investment Officer. I actually met Alan the same way you did. You messaged the team. My background is in real estate and jewelry, and I told myself, I'm constantly touching things that are tangible, and selling papers, buildings, and jewelry. But I want something different. What is everyone around me doing different, and that I'm not doing? And I look at it, and I moved to Miami 2 years ago, and I'm like, whoa, what is this? I went across the Tabler page on Instagram, and I clicked on it, and I'm like, be my guest. What is this? So I loaded the app, and I'm like, you know what? It's not working. It's an error. Of course, I'm an Android guy, and I finally get it through, and I'm looking at the app, and I'm like, all these ideas are just blowing through my mind, and I'm like, I want to meet the person that founded this app. Right?
What made you want to meet him? It was just an energy pull.
It's an energy pull. It's a niche that needs to be filled, and this idea fills it up, and 2.0 it's going to go further, but I'm like, I want to meet this person. So I literally messaged on Instagram, and we'll have HR or the company, someone to reach out to you, and we'll schedule something. And of course, the best way to a man's heart is his stomach, right? And I invited him to dinner.
Russian barbecue.
Your strategy was a gym. Yours was a Russian barbecue. What is a Russian barbecue?
We went in like a.
We have an inside joke.
American
We have an
and
inside joke. I every Sunday when I'm off, I like to sit down, take out my grill, and tease people with my food.
But this is the inside joke because like.
Oh, don't mention.
I will. This
Oh
week
my
have to.
God.
It's
We
a
have
very
to
good
say it, we have
story,
to
you
say
know.
it. Yeah.
So we are on the meeting with
Somewhere
like,
Nowhere.
and somewhere nowhere. Nathan, it's like a very exclusive venue,
I happen to be hungry at the moment.
Like
that's why.
like people just watch this venue, on the Instagram or on the TV, like
very
like
exclusive
like it's a Manhattan, right? Like you cannot have better like experience than party in Manhattan with the view of the
Everyone knows about this
of the entire Empire State Building, right? And we have like this conversation about our lunch. We are talking, and then Jacob say,
do you have a private location?
do you have private terrace on the top so we can do Russian barbecue?
The guy was just like, no.
And
You
I
might
tell
wanna go
Jake-
somewhere else for that.
I tell Jacob, bro, you
What are you
cannot
doing?
ask these questions.
You're right. I did
with,
mess
like-
up. I did own up to it. My thing was, I like to feed people.
Yeah,
I like to see people succeed.
I like
And
that.
this is why I think Alan, or what Alan saw in me, and if I'm wrong, correct me. I like to see people succeed around me. I like to follow success. If I see something failing, or even if I am failing, I expect people to kind of come back to me and tell me. And there is that dynamic amongst us. If there's something wrong, it's been told, and we're always discussing it, and we're always making things right.
And you think if something's wrong, food fixes it?
I think food does it all. I think food does it all. But yeah, we met, we had dinner, and then he told me, listen, Jacob, this is the idea, let's do it. I went through the pitch deck with him, and I think he saw me as an investor first, versus someone that has the passion to grow something with him. And he said, hey, you want this? I said, yeah, I want this to succeed. He goes, you know what? If you want this to succeed, put your mouth where your money is. Like, put it down, make it happen. So we did our first seed investment with him, and ever since then, it put me in a position where I want this to succeed. It's like it's a baby. To me, it's like a baby, and it's just growing. It's like a tree of life, and it's just blossoming into something that I think will take the world, by shock.
Yeah, you guys are all passionate, and you guys all really believe in it, as well as me.
100%.
And I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Oh yeah. There's so much going to happen, as far as development goes, as far as investment. Whoever gets in with us now, they'll be what you said, the Google of the future.
What is your favorite part of this app?
Let's ask him.
My favorite example, I post because I'm always posting my tables and boats and stuff on the app. Whenever I go out, people contact me and they said, yeah, Alan, I want to come out with you, and I said, yeah, just join on Tabler. I don't do like anymore because you just put on Tabler, people pay. And you don't need to like this Zelle and all this bullshit, like a lot of times happen to me. I go out with friends, they said, yeah, tomorrow I will send you Zelle. They never send Zelle, right? So with the app, it's like everybody join, everybody split the cost and stuff like this. But my favorite part is, example, I had a birthday for Formula, last year my birthday boat, like 150 girls joined through the app.
Wow.
And like I accept only like 20 of them. It's like, it's crazy, before, you had to like texting girls and you like, it was hard to get 3, right? But now it's like 150 wants to go with you, because it's in Miami, it's really big, and it's so easy and very efficient, and you don't need to spend like time for anything else, so you don't need to worry about, you have always enough people, enough girls, right? Because I think this is the biggest problem of every guy in the world. Because of this, I created this app, because I always saw, like when I was traveling around the world, like every customer table was without girls, right?
Yeah,
like there
it's
is
a problem, the
promoter
ratio.
table. Yeah, promoter table has a girls. The customers are like 7 guys, and no girls.
So your favorite part is 70-30.
Yes.
I think
will
a favorite feature of mine is every account is linked to Instagram.
Oh,
The
yeah,
beauty of
that's
this
nice.
is that you have a lot of guests, whether it's a guy splitting a table with you, or the females that want to join. You can vet them via Instagram before they join. And ideally me, I love to go to conferences, I love to go to networking events frequently, and I think it's very impactful to make networking connections, especially if I'm going to spend a lot of money at a nightclub table. I would like someone who can increase my network, right? So that's a validating factor of Instagram.
Yeah, I think if I have to choose from the features, I would choose example a group chat, you know. Okay. Because example like tonight we are doing the party in Summer Nowhere. There is a 300 people in the group chat. They're already talking with each other. Everybody's saying, "Yeah, I'm so excited. I have 9 a.m. work." You know, so people are already like building a vibe through the group chat, and it's really, I think it's one of the best features on the app. You know, because you can already meet people and talk with people before you even meet them in real life. You know, so you see the.
Yeah, it was fun to see you out there get so excited before you walked in here. You were like, everyone's already friends in the group chat. Yeah. Like you did that. You're kind of creating or allowing people to create relationships from all over. And I think that's my favorite thing about this app is the social aspects. Like every one of us in this room and everyone who joins the app, we all have a couple things in common. One is we love to socialize, whether we're introverts or extroverts at the end of the day. We love being around people and meeting people, and this just makes it that much easier in today's world.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. One thing I really love about it is going through day-to-day life and then seeing a use case for Tabler that if people had it, that they could have used it right then and there. Like an example of that is we were out, not last night, but 2 nights ago, these guys had a table and like just they had a bunch of bottles, whatever, but a bunch of girls just went over to them who weren't with them. And the girls started ordering drinks just like when the guys weren't looking to the table. And I was like, that guy's going to get a heart attack in the morning when he sees that bill. But like one of the features with Tabler that we're going to bring in is that if you're on a table and somebody orders to your table, the host will get a notification, so they have to confirm it.
Oh, that's smart.
So nobody's going to be getting screwed over with drinks they didn't order, you know?
Especially by strangers, too.
Exactly, that's it. So I seen that the other day and I was just like...
Push notifications, drink orders.
They're missing out. If they had that wouldn't have happened, so...
One thing I do like about the app, and of course the way I see it as a lifestyle app. You know? I see it, you know, in the future, and then I'll discuss what my favorite part is now. In the future, it'll be you wake up in the morning just like you go on Instagram. You'll be able to get up in the morning, look at someone's story, you know, what club did they go to, what venue did they go to, how was it at this venue, wherever it is all over the world, right? It's more like putting on a VR, right? And looking at anywhere in the world you want to, whether you want to look at Brazil, whether you want to look at Tel Aviv, or you want to look at Slovenia because you've never been there. I've never been there, right? Or you want to look at it, but this will give you like the VR version of every single venue all over the world, and this is what my favorite part is. Actually.
If you choose to put yourself on that map.
It's to put yourself on that map, be able to see the stories of others and the venues, and how that experience went.
And then it could also involve influencers too.
Correct. Like influencers, DJs, venue owners,
there's no limit
individuals.
To it.
Yeah, there is no limit.
And that's another thing I love about the app too, is it's so fun. Like if you're there making an app that's a new planner, or we're making an app that's planning things, it's like that's boring. Do you know? With us, it's so fun. The marketing is so fun. Like when I came here, I parked beside a car in the airport that looked like it was ready to blow up any minute. I landed in New York. Ethan Duran and Atlanta are there with like a 1-of-1 Lambo, painting it, going through New York City. It's just so fun, you know?
It is.
Like the marketing, the sky's the limit with the marketing.
But this is definitely a lifestyle app, you know? And it's going to take you from your morning till your morning. Through the evening to the morning.
Your morning to the next morning.
You're going to wake up to it.
Time does not
go
exist.
Go to sleep on it and wake up the next day. And you know what? In the future, I'm not going to say it now, but there might be even a way to make money while you sleep using Tabler app.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know?
Well, for sure. So what's your favorite part about the app?
My favorite part of the app is the energy it brings, the stories that people are going to be able to post in the future.
Yeah, the memories that are going to be created just because someone's idea manifested into reality.
100%.
Like, how do you define success? What is success to you, and what's your advice to everyone watching on how to get there?
Okay. Example, when I was younger, I was always like watching like a YouTube videos and stuff from the like entrepreneurs and like a life coaches, and everybody was saying, you know, if you want to be successful in life and if you want to have money, you have to do what you like. Like already previous Hugel told us. So I was sitting and I was thinking, I don't like nothing, you know, like I don't want to work, you know, I don't like to work, you know. And then, you know, then I was thinking, and I was thinking, I like to party, you know, I like girls, I like to party, I like to go to the clubs, and then I created Tabler, you know.
That's amazing. I love that.
I think, and just to add to this, it sounds so amazing for a person to reach out to me in my DMs or message me, a friend, like, yo, Ali, thank you so much for the hospitality last night, or dude, I was in Ibiza last night and I met Elon Musk through a Tabler app.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I made a business connect, the network, you know, Jacob, you said it as well, the commonality between people surrounding themselves is the beauty of it. So I think that's like the successful aspect of enabling others to build their network and network.
Yeah,
I mean,
nice.